Hello, this is Reese from Bommarito St. Peter's Volkswagen in St. Louis. Today I'm bringing you a 2019 Volkswagen Atlas SEL Premium. This is in Reflex Silver Metallic. It also has a Titan Black leather interior with captain's chairs, 21-inch Brazelton wheels. This one's fully loaded with adaptive cruise control, lane assist, remote start, power folding mirrors, LED headlights, LED tail lights, LED running lights, halogen fog lights, panoramic sunroof, power sunshade, rear traffic alert, autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian monitoring. It has a 5,000-pound tow hitch. It also has a chrome bumper applique on the rear bumper. As you look at the chrome exhaust tips, chrome treatment around the windows, and then also chrome roof racks. Look at the nice long bold line down the side. It continues up into the wheel arches and over the wheel arch hump and into the headlights and then into the tail light. This is a really popular car. These wheels are new. These are 21-inch wheels instead of the standard 20-inch wheel. Let's take a look inside. 3-seat memory, programmable to your key fob, as well as lumbar support, forward and back, up and down, and then also seat back right here. Fender premium audio. Power door locks, power windows, one touch up, one touch down, also a window lock right there. Power folding mirrors, as well as heated mirrors and power mirrors. Automatic headlights, as well as fog lights. Coin box storage right there. Adjustable steering wheel right here. So you just pull down on that lever, pull out, push in, raise it, lower it. You can lock it back in wherever you need. Volkswagen's digital cockpit comes with 3 standard views. That's widescreen, crop screen, and then also gauges with navigation in the center. There's also an option here to touch and hold the view button on the steering wheel, and you'll get a sub menu to come up where you can actually change how it's displayed. Then there's also here's a look at that view button here. On the steering wheel you have your cruise control settings. You can set following distance between you and the car in front of you using this little button inside of the silver tab, that little button right there. Your resume set, and then cancels, of course, the foot on the brake. Here's your power button for cruise control. Your assist systems, they include lane assist, blind spot monitoring, rear traffic alert, and then front assist, in addition to having adaptive cruise control. Volume controls right there. And this is a leather wrapped flat bottom steering wheel, so you can drive with it closer to your lap for added comfort. And then over here, here's your Google and Siri functionality right here, as well as these 2 silver tabs. Either one of these are left and right for your mouse, where you can change what's displayed there. And then you can also hit up and down, which changes how it's displayed here. Most people will go with speed. And then over here, well, before I skip to that, there's your wipers right there. Those are rain sensing wipers as well as speed sensitive. So you can actually adjust. They actually adjust to your driving speed, and there's different settings there as well. MIB2 touchscreen radio. It's AM, FM, and satellite. It also has a capability of displaying nav over here. So I can actually hit the map button and bring navigation back over here. You can also change the map where it points north all the time, or you can touch it and it'll do true north. So you can actually change your orientation for your navigation map. And if you decide you want it back over at the center cluster, you just touch the map button and now it's back over here. Now I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it's kind of like abracadabra. If I wave my hand in front of that, now there's buttons there that weren't there a second ago. There's an infrared sensor there that detects your hand reaching for the radio, and then it gives you hotkeys. Pretty cool. Now this car does have App Connect, which allows you to do Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, or MirrorLink using that USB port right there through your phone, so you can do Waze, Apple Maps, or Google Maps on this system. Also, there's a rear view camera with trajectory steering. So you got a little yellow line right there that shows you where you're headed when you put it in reverse and turn the steering wheel. Also, climate control, tri-zone, but you have dual zone up front. You just hit this menu button right here and it comes up on a screen here. You can actually lock out the rear climate control, which is behind the armrest or at the back of the center console here. You can also turn off the sync, so you can have separate climate zones for each side. So I can have different temperatures and adjust those accordingly. And then same with the rear area, I can change that as well. There's also something called air care. Now this is air filtration system. You'll see a blue line come up and it'll start to expand as it scrubs the cabin. It's filtering out pollutants and allergens in the air to kind of keep the cabin kind of pollutant free. It's a pretty nice feature to have. Okay, so down below here, we'll just hit the radio and go back here. You've got your defrost settings for the front and rear, climate control right here, and then also your AC button right here. And then you also have a rest button. What the rest button does for you is it allows you to recirculate cooled or heated air in the car for up to 10 minutes if you leave the car unattended. Once you walk out of the car, you just, as you step out, you hit the rest button when the car is off, and that will continue to circulate that air. Down here, heated steering wheel button, as well as the auto start stop button, kill switch basically is what that is. The car does have an automatic start stop where if the engine isn't needed, it's doing unnecessary idling, it will actually shut off the engine. And once you take your foot off the brake, the engine will re-engage or restart. This being a 4Motion unit means you have this little knob right here, and you just push down on the top of that and you can change driving modes between eco, normal, sport, and custom. Of course, custom does allow you to tweak some things on the car. It's a steering system, drive system, adaptive cruise control, climate control. You can change accordingly. And then also the same button I can turn to off-road and then off-road custom. Off-road custom allows me to further tweak even more things. Hill descent, hill start, climate control, adaptive cruise control, etc. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this back to the roadway, and then that gives you this pop-up screen here. So you can touch on the screen to change these driving modes, or you can push the button right here and do it. So most people drive with sport mode. That gives you the most responsive acceleration. Car does come with wood grain interior, so it's wood grain across the dash and into the door. It is a lighted cup holder right here. This car does come with a 360 view camera. So that button right there, I can hit that button again and turn it off, or I can hit one side and turn it to where I can activate that camera for the front. I can activate the right side camera, the rear camera, another side, or back to the front. So you notice over here, that's the front camera. And then back here, that's the rear camera. Also down here, this is for park assist. By hitting that button, I get these lines that pop up here. It will actually help me park the car. I control the gas, the gear, and the brake, and it would control the steering. And right now, you see that little icon there, it's showing parallel parking. So we're not going to actually do that, so I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. It says park assist ended. As you look around, you have vanity mirrors with lights above on each side. You also have CarNet buttons right here. That's your information button, roadside assistance, and emergency services. That's a free service for 6 months, and then after that it's about 18 bucks a month. As long as you have that service active on your car, you will have roadside assistance. So if you kept that active for 5 years, you'd have 5 years of roadside assistance. Garage door memory is right here with these 1, 2, and 3 buttons. And these 2 buttons right here with the arrow those are your power sunshade that covers up the giant panoramic sunroof. This button right here opens that. Now that top section of glass right there goes up and stacks on top of the second row. There's also a pop-up windscreen right here for you that keeps the wind from buffeting you in the car. It's a nice look at that. Go ahead and close that back. Now, these seats are heated and ventilated. So there's your heated icon right there and your ventilated icon right there. There's a look at the seats. A way to tell that it's leather seats is the leather is more heavily perforated than the leatherette. Seats are actually tailored a little different as well. This car is also heated seats in the second row. And then in the glove box, there is your CD player. And also an SD card reader right there and right there. And then also you have an SD card holder right there to hold 4 SD cards. And there's a look at that cup holder light right there. It only comes in the SEL Premium. And the armrest right here. There's a look at the USB port right there. Let's take a look at the middle row. This car is $51,930 as it comes with captain's chairs and the 21-inch wheels. There's a look at the front from the second row. Your steering, center console right there, armrest, center console for the rear seat or the middle row seat passengers. Also a look up at the giant panoramic sunroof. It covers the first and second row. These are captain's chairs with foldable armrests. You can also lock those, lock where those sit. And then they do also have a sunshade in the door. Each of the second row doors has that. And look at the perforated seats back here, which are also heated. Heated controls are right there for the second row passengers. And then it also has 2 USBs for charging and then a 3-prong plug-in right here. So you've got this guy. You can plug in a laptop or something else, maybe even an Xbox or something like that. There's a look at your third row. Also a look up at that sunroof. Those seats will fold completely flat. The third row seats are actually leatherette, not leather. So those are leatherette like the regular SEL is. Only the front 2 seats or sets of seats are leather. Let's take a look at this back row. What's nice here is there's a latch hookup for each of the seats. So the captain's chair seats have latch hookups for even front or rear facing car seat over there as well. And what's nice about the Atlas is the design of this seat. Most people say they want captain's chairs, but it's based on someone else's vehicle. In this case, you don't have to make that decision. So right here, this little lever lifts up, seat pitches forward, passengers climb into the back, and if you notice, the bottom of the seat drops out. So there is, if there was a front-facing car seat in there, you don't have to unstrap it for someone to get in. So just lift up on this handle to push the seat back. It locks back in place. There's also a bar underneath the seat down here that the seat will slide forward and back. And then there's also a handle right here to fold the seat flat. So that seat folds completely flat. So does that one. So do the rear seats as well. So you could actually have a continuously flat surface here. So I'm going to show you how those seats look folded down. Come to the back here. Now you don't have to come to the back to fold these seats down. You just pull this handle right here and the seat goes flat. This handle here, seat goes flat. So there's a look at the cargo space that you gain by folding the seats flat. There's also a look at the C-pillar vents right there. Number of cup holders and bottle holders right there. And then also there's a 12-volt charger port right there. Seat belt clips here. And this particular unit does come with a cargo cover, so it would fit right there with the third row seats folded down and extend all the way back to here and cover your cargo. This one does come with a roadside assistance kit, cargo containment blocks, cloth mats, as well as monster mats. And there's a look at the cargo cover, still wrapped in plastic underneath the floor there. And yes, contrary to popular belief, these cars do come with a spare. It's actually hidden. There's a look at the cargo cover. Tow ball right there. Quick release subwoofer. Your spare tire is actually below this subwoofer, underneath this felt piece of fabric here. So you do have a spare in this car, but you're not going to use that yourself for the first 3 years. You have 3 years, 36,000 miles of roadside assistance. So if you're deciding that you wanted to pull these seats up, you just pull this little loop right here. It's attached with Velcro, and the seat pops in place. Same over here. Pull up, and the seat sits back in place. And it closes. Oh, actually, there's a hidden bag hook right here, so you have that stored out of the way. And you also have trunk lights on both sides in this recessed area here, so you can get golf clubs in here. Yes, you can get a double stroller in this car. There's a look at that push button to close. There's a look at your trailer hitch apparatus right there. Chrome exhaust tips, LED tail lights. And I'm going to go ahead and let this seat back up. If I can do it with one hand, I don't think I can. So, never mind. All right. So here's a look at this car. This car has a 6-year, 72,000 mile bumper to bumper warranty from Volkswagen. 6 years, 72,000 miles bumper to bumper. Also a 10-year, 200,000 mile engine and powertrain warranty from the from Bommarito St. Peter's here in St. Louis. And that's a nationwide engine and powertrain warranty. So if you have any questions at all, you can give me a call. 636-290-4257 is my number. 636-290-4257. Also, we're going to give you 3 years of free maintenance. Your 10, 20, and 30,000 mile oil changes are handled by us here at the dealership here in St. Louis. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to give me a call. 636-290-4257 or on Facebook at Reese Sells Cars. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good evening.